There are quite a number of things that I liked about the cabinet and a number that I didn't like. I think, to start with, the president, projected this image of somebody who keeps his promises. I was trying to think about the public promises the president made to different people, starting with Musalia and all these others, the coast and so on. And I think it tried to do a relatively good job with that. I think the other interest, and that somehow shaped it, because, I mean, you can see the cabinet that was shaped largely by political interests, and is dominated by politicians and political operatives. You don't see the presence of pure technocrats. You don't see the presence of private sector in that particular cabinet. Very interesting mix of experience. We are seeing some cabinet secretaries, Chirchir and so on, coming in and occupying their former positions, as it actually were. Optics, very interesting nationally. Some pretty, obvious in terms of those who are missing and those who are in there. For example, the Ma community is totally absent in that entire cabinet, I think for the first time ever.
Pan 2 year though?
Oh, 2 year.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, that's...
Yeah. No. Then he got it. I think I'm wrong on this one. Yeah. Then, of course, the other one, which I think Janet will speak to, is the issue of gender. He got the bare minimum, 30%, a third, in terms of women in the gender. But I think for me, one thing that was exciting really is that you could see that the president crafted a cabinet, including positions, aligned very well with his own beliefs. We saw a ministry appearing of cooperatives and SMEs and so on. I call that the hustler ministry. It tried to align things. I was quite happy that, lands, housing, and urban development are put together. This is actually one thing that we've been talking about as professionals forever. That lands is doing the spatial planning that side, and meanwhile, housing and urban development was put, in the Uhuru government, together with so many other things, infrastructure, and that was called the ministry. We used to call it the Ministry of Deals and Projects. So that ministry has been broken into very clear, sensible things. You have roads and transport on one side, and then you've got lands, housing, and urban development on the other side. So in a way, what I'm saying is that, in fact, for me, I feel in terms of just the positions that he created, it's cleaner, it's more rationalized compared really to the sort of positions that we saw in the previous government.